Hello everybody. So, as we said before in part one, we are going through the whole Forex thing on a very general high level. And part two, this is a part two, and part two is all about technicals, how to do your analysis, breakdown of high time frame to lower time frame, how I do scalping. I'm just going to show you guys quickly. We'll go through a few different pairs like GU, AU, GJ, and Euro USD maybe, and we'll also talk something about DXY. So if you guys don't know what DXY is, it is really, really important. You should always have a look at it every now and then and just have this view in mind. We'll talk more about it, but let's get right into it without wasting any more time. So what we have in front of us is GU. Um, GBPUSD. So this is one of the major pairs that I used to trade a lot, but not anymore. It's just I've just been so busy with GBPJPY and gold, so I don't really get that much time, and it is really hard to focus on so many pairs. But GBPUSD is an amazing pair. If you get a grasp of this pair, I highly recommend it, especially during London session. This is the pair where you can actually score up to 70 pips, 50 pips, or 20, 30, 40 pips really easy every single day. But once again, it comes down to your analysis, how you do it. So let's just get right into it. Um, and yeah, so normally you open the chart in TradingView. That's where I look at my charts. And I can see overall it's a bullish trend. I'm currently on a daily time frame. Looking at the bullish trend, and I can see if we just zoom in a little bit more, I can see it's coming to a very important level, 1.42500, very good psychological level. And you can see from last few days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost 10 days of consolidation that's happening in this area. So that tells us a lot about it. So pair is trying to break out. So yes, last Friday it tried to break out, but it couldn't. The whole thing closed inside. And sorry, this was Thursday. So last Friday, the next candle went bearish, but there's a huge rejection right over here. This is the rejection that we need to look at. We need to focus on it. So what we'll do is let's just start marking our charts. Uh, let's just mark our charts over here. This is the level 1.41. So what we'll do is we will try and make it an even number. Let's see how far that is. 1.42. Now this is once again, because it's an even number, it's a psychological level. And as you can see, the GU has been accepting this level, and even in past, this was about 24th of Feb, 25th of Feb, came to this level, rejected. The next day, tried to break the level, now rejected again and went into the bearish mode. And it's quite possible it happened. The same thing happens this time. But as you can see, there is a bit of a consolidation going on here. So maybe there's definitely buy pressure, and GU is trying to break up above this level, but we'll see. Let's just go into the lower time frame. Let's just go into the 4 hour. There you go, 4 hour heavy consolidation. Once again, we can see that the consolidation is happening over here. So let's just clean up our markings a little bit more. We bring this to 42,128. That's fine. That's not a problem. I'm very paranoid with my charts, so I like them to be really precise and really clear. That helps me in taking the trades. So on a 4 hour, we can see once again there's a very long bearish candle, but once again it closed with a very tiny baby wick over here, so which is not good. And then all of a sudden, bullish pressure came in, broke the low of this candle. I can only imagine how many people would have got into sells and just whoosh, right back up, and a very strong bullish candle right over here. And then the next 4 hour, which is the close of the week as well, it closed with absolutely no lower wick, so we don't really know where it's going to go next week. But it's all about how to do top-down analysis. So let's just focus on that. On a 4 hourly, let's just go down a bit and let's see what we can see over here. Um, Yep, once again, I think our levels are correct. Now, there was this rejection, so I really want to mark this precisely right over here. It's 42,341, no problem. And as you can see, this is what we can see on hourly. So let's just mark our support level. So on hourly, this is our support level, 41,400. Let's just go even, 41,400, 41,400. Create a nice little box around it so you can see our levels. Beautiful, beautiful. We're just gonna try and create a box over here too. It's completely up to you. If you just want to use the line, you can. If you want to create a box around it, you can do that too. There's whatever works for you, pretty much. I can see there's a bit of a resistance over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this level for myself once again. And you can see there was a previous resistance, previous support, apologies, previous support. And in the closing market of last week, it broke below the support. Now, if I go on 30 minute, I want to see what's happening on 30 minute. There you go. On 30 minute, I'm going to support my change and bring it down to here. So this is pure price action. Now we can see what's been happening. 41,800. Let's just see, is it 41,800? Perfect. It's an even number. We like even numbers. Just want to make it a bit thicker so we can see it. Yep, paranoid about charts. Cool. Now I know what trade I'm going to take next week in my session if it comes around. There is a higher chance where it would just keep on consolidating, and in London session it would break up or might just break down one way or the other. But this is the thing what I'm looking at. When I'm looking at this, I can see, okay, so these are the trades. This is the level that we marked. It was the highest level. We can just bring it down on 30 minute chart, 42,300. Let's just bring it to 42,300. Perfect. Make a nice box around it. Cool. The whole point of drawing a box, because support and rejections, they're always a zone. It's never a particular value. It's not that it's gonna get rejected from 1.42200 or 1.42356. No, it's always a zone and it can reject at any time in that zone. So what you want to do is you would want to take the trade and take profit in that when you're really close to those zones and not really wait for it to hit the exact number, because a lot of times the candle would go touch that zone and can pull back. So it is really, really important that you always take profits. Uh, yeah, very important. Now the trades that I would be interested in, right? So this is the trade that I would be interested in. This is about 40 pips. Now, if the consolidation happens and London session, what I really be looking at a 30-minute candle breaking below this support zone. The body of the candle should break below this zone, and the next candle go up, retest this zone, create a upper wick, and break below the low of previous 30-minute and come down. Now, my final take profit will be here. But to be honest, I will secure about 50% of my profits at 10 pips, which will be somewhere around here. There you go, somewhere around here. And then my next take profit level will be this one at about 21 pips, and the final take profit will be here at about 29 pips. And always gonna leave a runner. So because runner is always your bonus, I don't really expect anything from it. Once I take my trade, runner will keep on running. I'll just turn my PC off and go. So this is one probability. And the next probability would be, let's just see how much is this? 12 pips. This is GU. 12 pips is nothing. I'm not even going to look at this trade. Let's just take from over here. Sorry. I want to see what's the market. 17 pips. Yep, I can give it a go. I can definitely give it a go. But once again, what I'm gonna be waiting for in London session, the candles, 30-minute candle break above the zone. The next candle create a lower wick, break the top of the previous 30-minute and go above. As far as I know, GU, if it's happens in this way and the 30-minute break the zone and close above, the body of the candle close above, the next 30-minute will be going to the moon. Um, I think the next important zone would be 42,500 because it's a psychological zone, so we can just mark it 42,500 over here, and we should be looking at achieving this level. You can definitely go in past and look at it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be somewhere around there as well. So it's just we have to go way back in the history. I don't really want to do that. That'll be very detailed. So what we're doing is trying to go through all the pairs, whatever we can, mostly the major pairs, and just go to the top down analysis. So this is GU right here. And what we'll do is the next one we'll do is the AU. So let me just clean this up. AU, let's just AUDUSD. Perfect. Cool. Once again, starting from daily, just to get a hint of where it's gonna go, what the where the market is going. AU, as you can see, it's very, very dirty. I wouldn't even take the trade. Honestly, I won't even take the trade in AU. But in this sort of market, this is a good scenario where exactly we can take trade and how to do the analysis of this. As you can see, AU is in pretty much consolidation from a very, very long time. Try to break above, came back down again, try to break down, nah, came back up again. So it's in a very confused state. So on a daily, let's just have a look. 0.77, once again, looks like an important level, 1.77. I'm going to mark it. This is where the support is. And the current price action tells me this is once again important, 77,903. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make it 78 and see where the line goes here. Yep, not a problem. That's fine. So we have marked the psychological levels. So I'm going to refine them further. There you go, 78059, no problems. Even though I don't really like this level, let's just go back to 7800, 78. There you go. And this is a fake out. A lot of people would have got caught because what they would have thought, okay, so maybe we're gonna go on this level if we break below. But yeah, the only people who would have saved their capital in this trade, who would wait for the candle to break the low of this candle. As you can see, it never broke the low of this candle, so no trade unless the candle breaks above the zone or below the zone, breaks the high or low of the previous candle. We're not taking the trade. Cool. This was a good example. Let's just drill down a bit. Let's just go on hourly here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust my zones once again. There you go. An hourly. And let's just adjust the zones a bit more. Okay. AU is always very, very dirty and it's hard to analyze as well. But anyways, let's just do this. This is the resistance here. And I can see, okay, I'm just gonna get rid of this zone. There you go, and this is where it's forming some sort of resistance. Yep. So I believe if next week, if it falls, it's definitely, once again, if the candle closes below the zone, 30-minute candle, and the next 30-minute candle creates an upper wick, break the low of this wick, it can go up till here. Let's just see how many pips it is. It's about 22 pips. You can easily secure 10 out of it. Not a problem whatsoever. And this zone over here on 30-minute. Sorry, it's 1 hour chart. 1 hour. Let's just go on 30-minute and see what we can see. Yeah, there's a lot of disturbance. Let's just adjust the zones just to be on the safer side. Perfect. Gonna bring this down 21 pips and something like that. There you go. This is what we're gonna take the trade. And on the buy side, we can take this trade. This is about 16 pips. Once again, just take 10 pips, let the runner run. And the next one is this dirty, dirty, dirty zone. We don't want to get stuck in this. Once again, this is a very dirty area that's coming through. We don't want to get stuck in this. No, not at all. Not at all. So I would say for now, try and stay away from AU unless and until you're an expert on AU, then yep, go for it. So this was our analysis on AU, the third pair. Let's just pick something. Maybe since we're doing the USD, let's just go Euro USD because a lot of people trade in Euro USD. So what we're focusing on is analyzing the charts. Once you know how to analyze these charts, it doesn't really matter if it's crypto, if it's stocks, or if it's Forex. You can apply the skill set, the same logics apply to every single chart, and you can use these. We go on a daily basis, we see what we are seeing. Once again, a huge consolidation going on. Oh, we're still on AU. No, we want EU. Yeah, look very similar to, I thought so. It's a different chart. Okay, so on a daily basis, on a daily level, we can see heavy consolidation, rejection from the upside, rejection from the upside and rejection from the bottom as well. So let's just see what we can do over here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark a zone here and here. So this is our resistance and this is our support. And we're going to drill down into 4 hour. Going to drill down into 4 hour, and before I lose this zone, I'm just going to mark this. Okay, time to clean up the zone. There you go. I can see it's more like retry. So what we have is it tried to break above, couldn't break it, tried again, couldn't break it. This was a support zone, broke below the support zone. The next candle broke the low and boom, it just came crashing down. So these are the trades that we want to take, right? Cool. So you can see I've already marked it. So this was the support zone, but in current market structure, what we can see is we're just gonna fix this zone over here. Cool. We can see there's some resistance forming over here. 1.2209. I'm going to make it even. Okay, this is once again, it's an even number, so it's a psychological level. We definitely need to mark that level. The zone over here. This is a very dirty. This is a very dirty price action. So again, we have this level over here. Yeah, pretty much it's just this level, but yeah, I'm not gonna mark it. Just gonna leave it like that. If it falls, there is a very high chance of the whole thing breaking down. Once again, I don't trade in EU. I'm just analyzing. So if I need to take a trade in EU, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is how I'm gonna do it. Just simple analysis. So focus on identifying the zones rather than what are the trade probabilities for next week. So please don't do that. Focusing on learning the skill, learning charting, how to do it, because once you do it, you don't need anybody else. You can do all this yourself. And whenever you go to mentors, this is what they charge for. This is what you will be doing. So these are the 4 level zones. I think we have a bit overdone the zones in 4 hours. So I definitely need to drill down on 1 hour. We probably end up removing a lot of zones here. Yep. So this 1 hour zone was perfect. So as you can see, last week it just broke through that zone and came right back up. Yep. Cool. So I am just gonna fix this zone over here. So this is our resistance zone, the latest price action. And let me just fix this zone too. So this will be our resistance. Cool. So now let's just see how many pips it is from zone to zone. This is about 24 pips. And this is about 26 pips. What we see on 30-minute. Yeah, this is a dirty zone. This is like a no trade zone for me. No trade zone. Whereas this zone over here, it looks very clean, 24 pips. So once again, what we're going to do is we're going to look for a 30-minute candle to break above the zone. The next 30-minute candle, create a bottom wick, break the top of previous 30-minute, and go here. This is the trade we're going to try and take. So sorry, I would like to repeat myself. So if anybody to take the trade or scalp in AU, this would be a good trade to take. But once again, do your analysis, yeah, and trust your analysis and just go with that. Um, Next week, market's gonna open. We don't know where it's gonna go, but for shorts, this is a dirty zone once again. So I'll be very careful taking the trade. Yeah. So pretty much what will happen is there is a very high probability if so right now I believe the candle's gonna come down, create some sort of support somewhere and go up. Um, but if it decides to come down, I think it's gonna break this particular zone. Once again, 30-minute candle. The next 30-minute candle break the top wick, break the bottom of the lower candle, and can get rejected from this zone because this zone has a bit of a past. See, so if it comes down, it can come and try and fill this wick up. And if it breaks through, which will be perfect, 30-minute, the next 30-minute break the low, and then this will be a good trade. So pretty much you pick your battles, which trade you're going to take. This is about 28 pips. So, and whereas this is only about 8 pips, absolutely no way. This is a huge no. 8 pips, nah, it's a massive no trade zone. So what I'm going to do is this is a no trade zone. This is once again messy, so no trade zone here. The only trades I would take is this particular one over here. Just gonna remove this and this trade over here. So 24 pips on the upside, 28 pips towards the bottom. So we just have to wait and yeah, take the trade accordingly. So in this case, what we'll do is we're not gonna take any trade. Try to remove those markings as well. So you know that this is a no trade zone. Mark it on your charts that this is a no trade zone. Psychologically, what you're doing is you're telling yourself that regardless of how long it's going to consolidate in that zone, you are not going to take the trade. And that will keep you safe, that will keep your capital safe. So always follow that. Mark your charts, mark no trade zones, and mark these things where you can say that how many pips it is, so you know what you're getting into. So yeah, let's just clear this up. What's the next one? Let's just pick GA. GA is a very good pair. GBPAUD, GA, perfect. Go on daily. daily we can see it's bullish. Amazing. We can see it's bullish, but it's coming to a zone where it has been rejected, and the last daily, last Friday, it is definitely rejected over here. There you go. So we can see the rejection, and what level it is at, psychological level, even number 1.84. So let's just mark that level, 1.84. Perfect. And we'll mark the level above too, 84628. So what I would like to do is rather even number 86500. If anybody has read a book which is about quarters theory, you would know why I did this 84500. Yeah, so you deal in quarters rather than the whole numbers when a zone is being broken. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill down to 4 hour and see what's been happening. Let's just see. Okay, so to be precise, it got rejected at 84,200. Sorry, I'm just trying to go back and see what happened in the past, just trying to see the past price action. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this level over here, 84,400, 84,400, even though it's always been rejected at 84,500. So, but we just to be precise, we're going to mark this level. But don't forget, we are on 4 levels, so we are going to drill down into it and see what market is doing. But on a 4 hour, what can I see? I can see that the candle's been rejected on this level. And this over here, this was a support. Now, I want to have more information about what's going to happen. So I'm going to go on an hourly. Okay, so hourly is giving me a bit more information about where the trade can go next week. 84, 137, 84, 150. Let's just make it even 150. There you go. And I'm going to mark a zone here. Cool. And once again, I'm also going to mark the resistance, sorry, support. Level of support, level of resistance on top, support at bottom, clean traffic on the left. Look at always look at the latest price action. Let's drill down more to 30-minute. Cool. Now we can tell that our zones are absolutely to the point. So we mark them on hourly. We can see on 30-minute it's to the point, right? So all I can see is this was a zone where there was a bit of a rejection. It did consolidate a bit. Just gonna mark it 83,996. I'm just gonna make it 84. There you go. Whole number. Beautiful, beautiful. The candle broke below this. The body is there, but I wouldn't want to take the trade. What I would really want to see is next week some sort of consolidation in this area, or at least go back, create a resistance, and then when it's breaking the low, coming down here. So this will be, so if you mark a zone like this. Now it's very different charting during the weekend because the markets are not moving. But whereas if you try this sort of charting during the weekday when the markets are moving, it's going to be very, very different because you'll be able to see what's happening, what are the latest support and resistance zones. So that's going to help you out a lot more. So there you go. So let's just see what's the pip rate we've got, about 22 pips on the downside. This is the consolidation zone, so we're not going to trade in this zone. And on the upside, we can see there's about 24 pips. Now, for me, this is a no trade zone. And so is this one. This is a no trade zone. Even though the candle is clear, but it's not that those many pips. It's 11 pips. Yeah, this is 11 pips, 12 pips. There's literally no trade here. 14 pips. Next week, Monday, we're not going to rush. We've got a whole week. We want to start the week with on a very good note with profits. So only take the trades that are obvious, that has much more probability of a win rather than a loss. So just wait and watch. Now this is how I would take the trade on GA if I were to take the trade. Um, if it breaks below this level, we can see that there's a beautiful, beautiful support being formed over here. Wow, let's just look at this. It's about 33 pips. Amazing, amazing. So secure 10 pips in this area, let the runner run, and most probably it's going to go to 33 pips, or even if it comes back, your stop loss is a break even, so you're not going to lose anything. So this is how you would do the charting for GA. Now let's just see what else we have. What else we can do the chart on. GJ, very, very important. Everybody loves GJ. I really like GJ, but yeah, GJ has been consolidating a lot. The price action been really, really hard. So let's just see. Very clear on a daily, we are in an uptrend. Um, for quite a few days, there was a consolidation going on over here, which is perfect. Last week it broke above the consolidation zone and went all the way up. This was a massive move. This was a massive, massive move. 182 pips. Amazing. Amazing. Whoever caught it, congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, so on a daily level, what we can see is definitely bullish. So I'm going to drill down on to 4 hourly, and on 4 hourly, I can see that there is resistance being formed, and there was a support that was formed, but it was broken. Let's just drill down more. Just want to mark this previous price action. 4 hour. Cool. On hourly, let's just clean up the chart a little bit over here. There you go. So resistance on top. We know the resistance was formed. 156. You can make it even as well. What if we go on 30-minute? Yeah, that's fine. This is a perfect zone. No problemo. So on a 30-minute, I'm gonna see that this is creating support on the lower side. I'm gonna mark this zone. Gonna mark this zone. And there's also a bit of a little tiny zone over here. For GJ, never ever ignore the zones. They're really, really important, right? So what I'm gonna do is just to keep my charts clean, my psychology clean, I'm gonna remove this zone. Gonna bring it over here. Now my zone is removed. And what we're gonna do, this is a no trade zone. For now, we're gonna drill down and see what we see. Yeah. So let's just see if GJ falls and the 30-minute candle break below the zone, next 30-minute candle break the top wick, breaks the lower of the previous 30-minute, where is it gonna go? Where is the last resistance or support that was made? I can see there was a bit of a noise over here. So I'm just gonna mark this zone, but sorry, not very familiar with this tool. This is new to me. This zone around here. But um, we cannot ignore 155, which is a whole number. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna mark it here, 155. There you go. So this is a zone we would be looking at. This would be the target on the lower side. On the upper side, let's just look at now. We need to look at the price action from past. What happened in past? Past always matters. History always matters. That history would tell you where it's gonna go. Well, looks like we didn't come to this level in a very, very long time. There you go. Found something. Okay, on 4 hour, or we can see 156,352. Cool. Now if I go on hourly, it's going to shift and it's going to cause a problem. Come on, come on, come on. Going back, back, back. I think this is the most annoying part in Forex, all this charting when you're looking at the history and you have to go all the way back and it's just far, far away. Yeah, even the dates are not coming up. I think that just data on hourly basis, on 4 hourly, it's probably available, but on hourly, it's not. So, okay, at least we have a zone marked. Once again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use quarters theory over here. So rather than going 156, 352, just going to go 500. Technically, upon the whole level, I should be looking at 156, 250. So let's just mark that zone as well, 156, 250. So on the upside, what I'll be looking at during London session or New York depends on how the pair is behaving in London session. It might just keep on consolidating. Yeah, it completely depends on what the market is like. 30-minute on the upside, closing the body of the candle closing above the next candle, creating a bottom wick, breaking the top of the previous 30-minute and going up to here and then probably to this level. Let's just see how many pips it is. This is going to be about 25 pips and this is about almost 50 pips, which is amazing, amazing trade. So, and what about the downside? And downside, wrong tool. Once again, apologies. On the downside is about 50 pips as well. So there you go. You've got two different levels, probability of two different trades on the buy side and the sell side. So you can decide which battle to pick. Really, really easy, guys. No trade zone over here. On the downside, this is the trade I would want to take. Why? Because there is absolutely clear traffic on the left. Always and always look on the left. And going back in the history we saw on 4 hourly, it's clear traffic. So once again, secure 10 pips, right? So I'm going to write it over here. Secure 10 pips. The next thing that you must do, close 50% or 80% of your trade. At the same time, bring stop loss to break even. So there's no nervousness. There's absolutely no worry whatsoever. You can just turn the PC off and go away. And if the trade go into 15 pips or 20 pips, then just secure another 50% or whatever is left. And then after that, it's absolutely your decision if you want to close a whole position or you want to leave the runner running for any bonus. Might want to leave runner running for bonus. Quite often it will not happen where your runner will keep on running for a very, very long time. It's always, it'll come back and hit your stop loss, but it's absolutely fine because sometimes your runner will make you more money than you have actually made in your original trade. So now this is why we call it bonus. So if it works out, it works out. Well, I really hope this video has helped you guys out in understanding how we do some charting. And yeah, please don't guys, please don't forget to like the video, and please leave a comment if there's any other pairs that you guys would like me to break down. And you would like me to, if there's any topic that you want me to cover, please leave a comment. I will really appreciate your time and effort in hitting and leaving a comment and hitting a like button. Thank you so much. Over and out.